Gurus in an ancient dynasty try to obtain a fabled holy sword, and humans in 2022 hunt down an alien prisoner that is locked in a human's body. What will happen when they cross paths when a time travel portal opens up? Watch till the end to find out. The film opens with the revelation that aliens have been imprisoning their criminals in human bodies, unbeknownst to mankind. In 1380, a clandestine group of masked warriors pursues a strangely behaving woman. Suddenly, a car emerges from a rift in the sky, carrying two robots, Thunder and Guard, who are tasked with capturing the alien within the woman to protect Earth from escaped alien convicts. Guard successfully extracts the alien using his luminous blade, but the woman tragically dies, leaving her infant daughter behind. The duo then returns to 2012, where Guard incarcerates the captured alien in a special cell at his home along with other captured aliens. To his surprise, he finds that Thunder has brought the baby girl back with them. A guard is left to care for a baby for the next decade, awaiting the arrival of the next prisoner convoy. In 1391, Mu Ryuk, a magician, used his abilities to capture criminals from wanted posters for bounty money. Despite the thieves' resilience, Mu Ryuk's various tricks, including summoning warrior catmen from his fan, ensure their capture. After receiving his reward, Mu Ryuk is drawn to a high-paying job involving an exotic dagger, despite it triggering strange flashbacks. He decides to pursue it, leading him to a local prison and prisoner Dong Ai, who may have information. Mu Ryuk poses as Dong Ai's son to visit him and uses his powers to steal the cell key. Mu Ryuk visits Dong Ai, offering a key for information. He learns that a blade found in a fishing net was sold to a former magistrate, Yun Gam, who now runs an inn. Mu Ryuk and his catmen visit the city and the inn, where they encounter a strangely dressed suitor, Yun Gam. Displeased with Mu Ryuk's questions, freezes him in place with his powers. The suitor, claiming to know about the blade, attacks Yun Gam upstairs. With his catman's help, Mu Ryuk finds Yun Gam attacked and the blade on the floor. Dong Ai, also present, grabs the blade and flees, pursued by the suitor. Mu Ryuk stays behind with Yun Gam, who warns him not to awaken. Mu Ryuk, noticing Yun Gam's bounty on the suitor, attempts to confront him, but is overpowered and knocked unconscious. His catmen rescue him and discover a spaceship in a river, revealed due to a drought. A rustling in the trees hints at a presence, but only a fleeing lady in red is seen when a torch is thrown. Meanwhile, in 2022, a guard frequently meets with teachers due to 10-year-old Yeon's alien and robot tales, which are dismissed as fiction. However, it appears Yeon retains some early memories, and usual mind-altering techniques are ineffective on her. The guard, often hit on by Ka, the aunt of Yeon's friend Min's son, ignores her advances. After school, Yeon hides a second phone in the car's compartment. Once home, she overhears the guard discussing an upcoming convoy needing 107 humans for implantation. At night, Yeon retrieves her phone, accidentally discovering alien technology in the car. Thunder, an alien, reveals himself to prevent her from touching it and explains Yeon's past origins. A message reveals the next implantation site to be a hospital. Yeon visits the hospital, recording events in case her memory is erased. She encounters police officer Do Seok, who advises caution. Suddenly, a spaceship appears, dropping a stone that transforms into a cocoon, releasing tentacles that implant alien prisoners into humans, including Do Seok. Yeon escapes unscathed, observed by the guard who retrieves the stone as life resumes its normal course post the spaceship's departure. In 1391, Mu Ryuk and his catmen locate Sudur's old shack, finding a temple's note requesting him to steal a blade and a painting depicting a spaceship, aliens, and thunder. The temple, headquarters of masked warriors, is visited by Majus Yuksol and Chung Woon, who present magical items to leader Jajang. Uninterested in trinkets, Jajang desires the glowing blade and hires the Majus to retrieve it. In the city, Mu Ryuk learns of a noble family that purchased the blade. He infiltrates their wedding, posing as the groom. Alone with the bride, he finds her familiar but doesn't recognize her as the Red Lady from the River Night. He discovers a gun under her skirt, which she dismisses as she serves tea. After a sip of tea, Mu Ryuk steps outside, learning from his catmen about the blade in the family storehouse. Upon entering, he feels ill and spots the Red Lady also searching for the blade. The Magus arrive, demanding the blade and using magic to compel the family leader. Feeling unwell, Mu Ryuk realizes the Red Lady drugged his tea. She fights the Magus using martial arts and gunfire, seizing the blade when presented by the family leader. The Magus retaliates with an invisibility cloak. Despite the Magus' tricks, the Red Lady defeats them, injuring Hyuk Seol and Chung Woon before attempting to escape with the blade. She's ambushed by masked warriors who take her and the blade, leaving behind a gun. Mu Ryuk is rescued by his catmen, who also retrieve the gun. In 2022, Ye-in stays with Min Sun, sharing her hospital video, which Ka overhears. The guard locates her, sending Thunder to retrieve her to avoid Ka's advances. At home, Thunder explains the implantation process, its purpose for universal peace, and the aliens' vulnerability to Earth's atmosphere. Yi-in's objections to the non-consensual use of humans as prisons are dismissed. Unable to sleep, Ye-in finds solace in Thunder's presence in the car. The following day, an unexpected spaceship approaches Earth. Do-sok, feeling unwell, mistakenly shoots an unarmed criminal, leading to trouble at work. The criminal escapes, but Do-sok overhears co-workers planning to buy from him. He interrupts the illicit exchange, killing all involved. Later, he awakens confused in his tub, holding the victim's bloody clothes. As a spaceship approaches Earth, Thunder detects it and sounds an alarm. He also senses the awakening of an alien within Do-sok. Despite Ye-in's refusal to leave the car, the guard, pressed for time due to the spaceship's imminent landing, takes off in the car, which transforms into a spaceship with Ye-in inside. In the city, a red alien disembarks from the ship, pursuing Do-sok into an elevator. It reveals that the rebel leader, who destroyed the guard's planet, is implanted in Do-sok's mind. The guard, transforming into armor mode, confronts the alien, oblivious to Ye in seizing the opportunity to steal his left-behind gun. Guard and the alien engage in a fierce battle, culminating in a fall through the elevator floor. The alien uses its tentacles to disarm Guard of his glowing blade. As Thunder rescues Guard, the alien pursues Do-sok, who is fleeing in his police car. The alien's spaceship crashes into a parking lot, initiating a citywide chase. Guard, transforming his car into a spaceship, joins the pursuit. The spaceships exchange fire, with Thunder identifying a bright red circle on the enemy ship as a weak point. Guard ascends to minimize city damage, but is shot down into the sea by the enemy, who then pursues Do-sok. After hitting the police car, the alien lands, brandishing the blade at Do-sok. As the blade awakens the leader, the red alien completes its mission, seizing Guard before self-destructing. The controller, the alien leader, exits Do-sok's body, taking the blade to the spaceship. Thunder leaves Ye-in the car to assist Guard, attempting to recharge him with his own energy. Limited by his own survival, Thunder can only do so much. Once revived, the Guard sends Thunder to assess the situation. Thunder discovers the red alien brought Hava, a substance that can alter Earth's atmosphere, allowing alien criminals to exist freely, but killing humans. Guard, low on energy, fights the controller but is repelled as Hava disperses in the city. The controller leaves behind a blade, which Guard uses to try to control Hava. Thunder protects Ye-in, seen by the controller, who has returned to Do-sok's body. Do-sok triggers Hava, creating a lethal red fog. Thunder clears a path for escape, sends Ye-in away, and pursues the controller while Guard seals Hava in the ship. Yi-in, revealed to be the grown-up Red Lady, dreams of the red fog, a memory from her arrival in 1391 with Jia Jiang in the alien ship. She awakens in a temple, confined within a magical prison. Suitor and Jia Zhang deliberate on locating the controller, believed to be within one of the 4 witnesses from a decade ago. Yun Gam and the mages are ruled out due to their reactions to the blade, leaving Dong Ai as a potential host. Concurrently, Mu Ri Yuk, plagued by strange flashbacks, and his Catmen ambush masked warriors for their clothes and temple access. To maintain their disguise, they surrender the valuable items found. Mages use a unique plant to heal Yuk Sol's gunshot wound, while Jia Zhang receives news of the resurfaced spaceship. The blade begins to glow, puzzling Jia Zhang. Despite the mage's curiosity, Jia Zhang dismisses them post-meal. Mu Ri Yuk, disguised as a servant, serves Yan food and questions her familiar identity. Initially silent, Yan agrees to talk in exchange for the return of her gun. Yan reveals her and the blade's origin from the future. Skeptical Mu Ri Yuk is grabbed by her, causing his clothes to burn against the magical barrier. Frightened, he hands her the gun and flees. However, Yan is incapacitated by poisoned food. The mages, also poisoned, use magic to counteract the effects while seeking an antidote. Mu Ri Yuk, lowered through the roof by Catmen, appears behind them to steal the blade. As the mages request his help for the antidote, masked warriors interrupt, bringing coffins for the mages. Mu Ri Yuk combats his attackers, securing an antidote upon realizing Yan's poisoning. As he escapes, Jia Zhang intercepts him. Meanwhile, Hyuk Seol obtains an antidote, sharing it with Chung Woon. The Catmen rescue Mu Ri Yuk, but he returns to the temple to aid Yan, where the magical barrier has fallen. He administers the antidote to Yan, but Jia Zhang discovers and stabs him, reclaiming the blade. Yan and Mu Ri Yuk are then entombed, with Mu Ri Yuk's coffin cast into the sea. In 2022, 2 aliens, Future Suitor and Jia Zhang, awaken due to the red fog and connect with the controller. News drones penetrate the fog, broadcasting the alien presence to the world. The guard, aware of his duty to intervene, first confesses to Yan about killing her mother due to the alien within her. He urges Yan to leave for her safety, and she packs the stolen gun. As Thunder transports Yan to Min Sun's house, the controller-possessed Sok and his accomplices invade the guard's home to reclaim the ship. However, the guard lacks the strength to resist them. Initially, Thunder is reluctant to return and assist, but Yan persuades him by pointing out the ship's vulnerability. Upon arrival, Thunder engages in combat with the aliens, while Yan aids a feeble guard to get into the car. Once they all are safely inside the car with the knife, they start to drive off, only to find the aliens in pursuit. Left with no other choice, the guard uses the knife to create a portal to the past, and the car, along with the aliens, ends up in the year 1381. Yun Gam, Dong Ai, and the mages spot the car in the sky. Unbeknownst to the aliens, there's an additional member in the group, a very young Mu Rui Yuke. Upon landing, the guard attempts to confront Du Sok, but is tragically killed by his tentacles. In a fit of rage, Yan fires at Du Sok as the portal shuts, causing Du Sok to push the car into the river. The car reverts to its ship form, and the blade slips from Yan's grasp. As Du Sok is in search of a new host, a young Mu Rui Yuke arrives at the river and assists Yan out of the water. He also recovers the bag containing the gun. This memory is recalled by Mu Rui Yuke inside the coffin, enabling him to escape, as he is somehow still alive. Meanwhile, at the temple, Yan's coffin is being interred, but she awakens just in time to use her gun to break free. She also shoots Jia Zhang, allowing her to retrieve the blade before going into hiding. At this juncture, the mages arrive and start battling the aliens using all their skills. Suitor, however, disregards them and pursues Yan, stealing the blade while the mages attempt to trap Jia Zhang in a vase. Out of the blue, Mu Rui Yuki appears and engages Suitor in combat, providing Yan with an opportunity to flee. Her injuries hinder her movement, but Hyuk Sol senses her pain, indicating that she is the long-lost child of a dear friend. The mage offers Yan some medicine, while the alien within Suitor exits the body, incapacitates Mu Rui Yuke, and then pursues Yan. Hyuk Sol battles Suitor, while Chung Woon maintains his powers on the vase and upon regaining consciousness, Mu Rui Yuki joins the fight. Yan, utilizing one of the many magical items possessed by the mage, fires at Suiter's human form, enabling her to reclaim the blade. Regrettably, Chung Woon lacks the strength to maintain the Vasi single-handedly, leading to Jia Zhang's escape. As Mu Rui Yuki finally defeats Suiter, Jia Zhang pursues Yan, who lures him to the river, with the two catmen trailing behind. Before his demise, Suiter reveals to Mu Rui Yuki that there's something within him. Suddenly, he is hit with a wave of flashbacks, and he recalls the day he encountered Yan. He had investigated a noise in the forest, only to stumble upon Du-Sok. Seizing the opportunity, the controller vacated Du-Sok's body and embedded itself in the boy. Overwhelmed by this revelation, Mu Rui Yuki faints, prompting the mages to contemplate whether they should eliminate him as well. In 2022, Ka arrives at the guard's residence and witnesses the car entering the portal, only then realizing they had left a spaceship behind.